Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Nomadon. I'll be making a video for you guys over Call of Duty Black Ops 2 today. I'll be playing on Hijacked, and if I am correct, I will be using the Scar H. I'm actually not 100% on that because I do see it in the gameplay feature menu, but at the same expense, I don't know if this is a gameplay in particular that I do switch my weapon. But, either case, you guys will be watching some kind of gameplay. I'll be killing some bitches, and I think that's all that probably matters in your guys' eyes. So, I imagine I'm probably on the right pace there. But when it comes down to it, guys, I'm actually going for Diamond Camo. I've told you guys this already, but I want to make sure I keep you guys up to date, because that's kind of what I do. I have the SMR left and the SWAT 556, which I'm not really looking forward to the SMR, but when it comes down to it, I think the SWAT is actually a really good weapon. And some of you guys might be like, what? 3-burst weapons are good. I know Black Ops 2 has the worst connection-based game I have ever seen in my life, but, it is like the M16 in Black Ops 1, or the G11, depending on which weapon you want to pick. I know the G11 was better than the M16 in Black Ops 1, but let's be honest, the M16 is an American weapon, and it's pretty badass, so I'm going to go with the M16 on this one. When it comes down to what I'm trying to give you guys information for, is the SWAT 556 is one of those weapons that I think is suffice. I think it is actually really good. And once you unlock the full auto feature, if I am correct, I could be wrong on this, I haven't really dabbled too much in that category, but I think when you get full auto, I think it does turn it into a fully automatic weapon, which would make sense, I guess, to why the attachment makes that much sense. But you guys understand what I'm trying to say. The weapon is actually really suffice. If you guys haven't used it and you guys are like, 3 burst, they kind of suck, this is probably one that I would tell you to switch it up and maybe try something new. I know a lot of people like that M8A1. To be completely honest, I kind of think it sucks ass full auto, but I do have friends that are really good at using it, so you got to give props to the guys that, put the time in. Fortunately, I don't have that luxury anymore because my job is just a little bitch, and it doesn't let me do anything anymore, which kind of sucks. I kind of miss the old days when I seemed to have a lot of time and I could really pace these videos out. I could really get a lot of logic, and I didn't really have to sit around and feel like shit all day. But, it's kind of how the workforce works, right? That's why millions and millions of people are, not really enjoying how work functions. But anyway, guys, I'm not really here to talk about work. I'm sure a lot of you guys that are not currently working, I would definitely say to enjoy the time you have. I mean, you would think that working would be something that is a lot of fun because you're making money. Granted, when my paychecks do come, it is a huge reward. I'm like, yes, I can spend all my money on shit that probably won't matter in 10 years. But, the main gist of it is that it's really cool when you get a paycheck, but that time leading up to the paycheck is literally the biggest 14 days of hell that you'll ever go through, because you're listening to somebody else, and depending on what field you jump into, I have worked fast food, I've done retail, I guess that's how you put that into context, and I've done now a factory setting, and I can definitely tell you guys that out of all those options, which one sucks the most, it's a little bit more dependent on how you want to look at it, but fast food's pretty bad. The managers there, I mean, I don't want to knock anyone that maybe watches my videos that's a manager at one of the facilities or anything like that. I give props to you. Believe me, I respect people that work that industry a lot because I worked it myself for almost a year. So I have a lot of props for those people. But I will say that managers at those kind of restaurants or those kind of places are a little bit more lazy, and I think they get paid a little too much money compared to the common person. But that's my opinion. I cannot comment or speculate for anywhere else. I can definitely tell you to where I live, the managers are a fucking joke. They are the most overpaid people I think I've ever seen because they sit around and do nothing. So, I guarantee somebody will find that offensive, but I don't know how you could take it offensive when it's pretty much widely known to many people. But somebody will figure a way to twist my words somehow. Anyway, guys, I'm not really here to talk about that. I just kind of went on a little rant or ramble or conversation in which you guys somehow listened to for almost 4 minutes. So I give you props. You guys can add a golden star to your shoulder, and now you guys have been promoted. So at any time during the video, guys, if you guys enjoy something I say, if you want to, just mash that positive reaction button over and over again until it breaks, I would have absolutely no problem with that. Maybe you guys would even make more accounts and mash it harder than you guys can imagine. That's completely up to you. When it comes down to it, guys, the comments area is somewhere where I think it's pretty cool. Hopefully you guys will jump in there. And YouTube also has other features that I hope you guys will use. They help myself, and they show your friends what you're watching, and, as long as it's, something that you're willing to show them, you guys know what I'm talking about. Maybe they'll jump in on it with you guys. So, anyway, guys, that's the formal stuff out of the way, but a couple of days ago on Tuesday, actually, I think it's Tuesday if I am correct, but my memory could be failing very quickly. You never know. But Tuesday, my Elgato showed up, and to be honest with you guys, I have not even hooked it up. I've barely taken it out of the box, and I've done absolutely nothing to pursue onward. I imagine today I'm going to spend a couple of hours setting up all the equipment, and believe me, I'll say that now, but I'm hoping that I follow through with that. And I'm not really a person that is completely unorganized. I'm a very organized and a very strategic person, but, you know, again, work is a pain in the ass, and I just don't have time as much as I used to. So a lot of this stuff that's prioritized in my mind doesn't usually become an action. You know, words are words, but actions are actions. They're completely different concepts, and believe it or not, they're a little bit more difficult to, I guess, commit to. But when it comes down to really what I'm trying to say, I told you guys that that day that my case didn't show up for my computer, which I was pissed about. I'm going to be honest, guys. I spent $65 to get that shipped in one day. To some people, that's not a lot of money. To me, not really. My budget was a little bit more tight on this one, so I guess it was kind of a different circumstance. But definitely, you know, I was kind of mad when it didn't show up. I had everything. It was supposed to all be bulked, and it didn't show up all on the same day, which kind of made me angry, I guess, in a sense. But I didn't have to call Amazon. I didn't have to bitch at them, because the next day, which would have been Wednesday, which was yesterday, if you guys follow the normal scale of how 7 days a week works. Anyway, what I'm really trying to say is my case showed up, and I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, I was astounded by how big this thing was. I did not know a full tower compared to a mid tower was so much bigger. It is humongous, and I don't know what I'm going to do with all the stuff in it. It has so many compartments for crap that I don't even think about even wanting to purchase, to be honest with you guys. It has so many slots for HDDs, which are hard drives, the solid-state drive slots. It has so many slots for just stuff that I don't even know what it is, and Kryovosh will probably have to explain this because he's the tech guy. He's the guy that somehow I learn all this information off, and then I reliterate it to you guys, and then you guys think I'm smart somehow. Maybe, probably not, but, you know, to be honest with you guys, 4 months ago, I would have had no clue what some of this stuff meant, and Kryovosh is just a genius. I don't know how he knows all this information. He spends way too much time on the computer, I can tell you that much. Believe me, he's on Skype more than I am, and I'm on the computer quite a bit, or at least I used to be. But, you know, how does this relate to anything, guys? Nah, not really anything. I mean, you guys will one day get to see a setup video. I imagine you guys will be pretty surprised by the amount of shit that is electronics in my room. A lot of it is based around YouTube. You guys would be really surprised. I currently have 3 monitors, and I am currently going to be upgrading to Intel from AMD. Don't get me wrong, guys, AMD is a great company, but when it comes down to it, I'm here to buy the best, and I'm not going to settle for, you know, second-hand meat or anything like that. So, on the upcoming paycheck, guys, there's going to be a huge drastic change in the equipment, and I imagine videos will be able to just get uploaded twice as fast, or not uploaded, but at least processed, and that whole fun spiel that, you know, a YouTuber goes through. But as for anything else, guys, the Elgato footage will be coming up soon. Videos, hopefully on the weekend, will be arising. I do have to work Saturday, however, which I told you guys I was going to have time. We will see how this works out. I imagine that I can at least get you guys videos prepped, but, you know, just be patient, guys. You know, I'm trying to work everything out, and work's just being a little bitch. So, when it comes down to it, guys, I'll see you guys in the next installment. This is NMO, signing off, and I'll see you guys then. Peace!